In this episode, we take a look at what is going on in the world. We recap some current events, and this is part one of a two-part series.
Let's talk about what intuition really is.
Let's look at all the places intuition and ego show up in your life.
Let's share honestly.
Let's do the research.
I'm Jamie Hayhurst.
I'm Heather Wood.
This is the Intuitive Girl's Guide.
This episode will play uninterrupted after a brief message from our sponsors.
You know what goes great with podcast listening?
A great cup of coffee from a great coffee shop. Restoration Coffee. Can we go?
Yeah, check them out and visit restoration-coffee.com.
Hey, Jay.
Hey.
We're back with a new season.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my goodness. It's already September.
It is.
It's nice to have a break because podcasts are a lot of work, like a labor of love, certainly.
Yeah.
But I missed it.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to be back.
I missed chatting with you in this way where we were recording it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So we have like a couple of things that I want to tell you about that are going to change with the podcast just a little bit.
Okay.
Well, first I'll tell you what the episode is today.
Okay.
So I have titled it State of the World / State of the United States of Embarrassment. United States of Horror. I don't know.
I think this is what people are wanting us to talk about, though.
Yeah, we got a lot of messages about this.
We did.
So we're going to start here and just sort of like, hey, let's recap what's been going on. Let's talk about it.
A lot actually has happened.
What has happened?
In 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
So that's what we're going to do today. But we have to tell the people that we're making a slight change here in that we are shortening the length of our episodes. Now, a lot of our episodes you'll see will be part one and part two because we tend to talk about stuff
a lot.
We have a lot to say. But what we did, we really talked to some people who are loyal listeners, and they were saying that they would end up kind of falling behind or forgetting where they were because the episode, it's an hour and it would take them like a little while to do it. So we're going to try to shorten them a little bit and see how that goes. So hopefully that makes your listening easier.
Yeah, I also we can be honest too. I also have a job now that it's a little harder for me to get here.
Yes, absolutely.
So if we can record
and spread it out. We can do that too.
Yeah.
So you guys can let us know what you think.
But we didn't want to like smash everything down and do like super short episodes because we're not good at that.
No,
we always end up talking and talking.
We have shit to say, babe.
Right. So the episodes will probably be just as long, but they'll be in different parts, so they're easier to manage.
Yeah, so it's easier for us. It's easier for you, the listener, all of that stuff. Yep. So you'll see some other little changes, but as always, you can give us feedback. Feedback welcome. Kind feedback welcome. I don't need the feedback. I got this a couple of times that I'll get a private message on social media that's like, Heather, do you know you already wore this shirt in an episode?
And I'm like, fucking kidding.
Yeah.
People
more than once.
Oh my God, please, no.
And I think there's a few shirts that I've probably worn 3 or 4 times in an episode, but I just think I'm just pulling my own wardrobe. Like I also, even if I did have the money for a wardrobe, I'd still repeat wears because I'm not like about that. So weird.
That's wild.
That feedback you can keep.
I thought you were going to say the mom was like, I didn't come here for political commentary. And I'm like, you're in the wrong place.
Well, I don't know why you came here. Yeah. Gone are the days where it's okay to exist in spaces where you don't speak up for what's wrong and say like, well, I just want this space for you to be free of having to deal with shit. No, that's way too privileged and we're not interested. So move on to a different podcast if that's what you're looking for.
Right there.
Yeah. Okay. So I also thought we could just say just quickly like where we are personally and how we feel about the state of the world, just like a quick check-in. So, I mean, I know your answer and you know mine, but would you share with the people how, like, what is it like as an empathic, educated person who wants to know what's going on and be in there and understand it, but also survive? Like, how are you feeling?
It's brutal. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's tumultuous.
Yeah.
It's just up and down. Like,
yeah.
Got to stay informed. Got to take a break.
Yes.
Gotta keep moving, gotta take a break.
Yep.
Like it's, you have to keep your boundaries really tight.
Yes.
With things like that. And I mean, it's the same stuff I've been talking about for years now at this point that we've been, I think like all the warning that we did for years.
Yeah.
Of like where we were going to be, like we're here.
Yeah.
Which
leads me to like a part of how I feel.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't want to label it. I'll just tell you what it is. Because I think it might be relatable. But when people are speaking up, like you'll send me a TikTok or I'll see one and send it to you. And they're like, oh, this, like it, instead of being like glad, I'm kind of agitated that like it took you this long. Like we, and not just us. When I say we, I don't just mean the two of us. No. I mean the people who have been talking about this as a collective have been screaming about this for years and years and years. Right. So like there's something in me that is now frustrated. Like, okay, but where was this outrage when we could have actually done something about it? Yeah.
Like when you're talking about like Gaza.
Yeah.
Like there was over the summer, which we'll probably get to, like a corner that was turned, and like that's good.
Yeah.
That a lot more people are on board now.
Yeah.
With the fact that there is a genocide happening there and in other places in the planet, on the planet. But I do feel a little resentful sometimes because it's like you're saying that now when it's like easier to say it, it's more acceptable to say it. You didn't really have to like put your neck on the line, like for that statement to be made. And like we took a lot of shit talking about Palestine. Yeah. And we were real gentle about it. Like
we did a whole episode about it.
We were honest about it. We did it really early. We were honest about it, but we were gentle about it, talking about like the history of it and the two sides and like, we held your hand through that. Yeah. But it feels really late.
Yeah. And even in like the broader sense of people just going like, oh, I actually think the patriarchy is a thing that's bad.
Yeah. Like, fascism. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they do want to take our rights away?
Oh, that is what they're trying to do.
Wasn't just like abortion. Oh.
Look at all these arms of the patriarchy. Like that in particular, even more than just like the particular issues, which that does outrage me too. But like that felt like, come on.
Yeah.
Now we didn't have to be here. All these people didn't have to die. Correct. If more of us could have been outraged before. So I'm saying this because I think other people might relate to the feeling of like sometimes you're like, I'm so glad that you're speaking out about this, and like good for you for using your voice. I don't want to ever discourage that, but a personal reaction, I keep it to myself. I don't go like comment. I don't keep it to myself. I tell you, but it does feel almost like sad.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's a bummer. It is, and I get all of the whys behind it. I know why. Yeah, I know our system is set up to make people feel like that. Like they can't say anything. They shouldn't. Yes. It's a big shouldn't say things. Right. Like I understand all of that. Yeah. But it's tough to watch it.
It is. It's frustrating to see people come like what feels like a little too late to the party. Yeah. I don't have any. I don't have maybe enough sympathy for the people who are making the social media pleas of like, I made a mistake voting for Trump. The crying about it. Like,
I mean, you had three tries to figure it out. Like he ran 3 times. Right. Like you're a triple Trumper. I don't.
It's hard because what it
there's
reads.
No empathy there's no empathy for me there. Like I'm glad you're here.
Yes,
I'm glad you're here.
I'm sorry that you were somehow tricked.
Right, but I don't have empathy for that. Like people have been screaming about this for years, and you, for whatever reason, for whatever multitude of reasons, ignored it. Yeah, welcome to the club, but like it's on you.
Well, because
you have to live with that.
Exactly. And don't you feel like it speaks to the fact like you weren't listening until it directly affected you?
Correct, exactly.
When it was other people or something you couldn't relate to, if it affected Black and brown people and you were a white person, like and you just ignored all of that, that's sort of like to me, that's the real like, why I can't feel for you.
But that's why like intuition and critical thinking, as we've said in many episodes, go hand in hand.
Yep.
Is because if you had taken a step back and sort of looked at the trajectory of the course that we were on, used your intuition for that, used your critical thinking skills for that, or to even start to develop them if you didn't have them, like if you had done all of that, you would have seen us here right now. Yeah. But you didn't. Like you turned off your intuition, you turned off your critical thinking, you turned off your empathy. Yeah. You know, see all of our episodes on all of those things. If you'd like to work on them, I beg you to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or send them to your friends that need to work. I mean, I'm assuming if you're listening here, you're with us on this, but like, it's something that we all need to work on.
Everybody. Yes. 100%. But yeah, it's really hard. And I feel like maybe a better person would be a little bit more forgiving, but at least I'm not there yet. I'm not forgiving yet.
No.
I sort of want you to suffer under what you brought upon everybody.
Well, I feel like there's I've been thinking a lot about this.
Oh, good. Sure.
There's a very thin line between like empathy and kindness. Right? And like, I have a lot of like, I can understand why someone does something. I can understand maybe too much what led you to this point in your life and whatever situation you're talking about, right? But like the patriarchy and capitalism and misogyny, all these arms of patriarchy have taught us like this sort of like respectability politics and like this like you have to be the better person, turn the other cheek, like all of these things about like they go low, we go high, like all this stuff that like really actually works against us. And I think, I think 50 years ago was actually when we should have been loud. Yeah. Right? 5 years ago was when we should have been loud. But like, I think the time for like hand holding and talking and
we're not gentle parenting anymore.
Yeah, like we're not holding your hand through this anymore. So like, do I get it? Yes. But like, it's too late and we don't have the time anymore to be like, like slowly coaxing you over to our side. Like you're
because we're dealing with the consequences.
Like, like kindness isn't fixing this problem anymore. Like peaceful protests are not going to fix where we are. Yeah. Like we have to be violent. Yeah. And whatever that means for you, like if that means like being more like France and like rallying like against what's happening in our governments, like descending upon the Capitol. Yeah. Okay. If that means
put something on the line,
an ICE agent and your neighbor. Yes. Do it. Yeah. Like if that means like making someone's life like really difficult when you're at work, that's also a kind of like violence. I don't mean like slitting throats and like stuff like that, but like there has to be a violence. Like you have to be really intentionally disruptive and aggressive and you have to stop what's happening now in any way you can.
Yeah. Because the price is too high to not do those things.
Yeah. The price is that there's no going back from where we are.
Exactly.
That's the price. The price is that we're paying it. We're already paying the price. It's over. Like the world as we know it is over. So like we have to like shift direction and like fix where we are.
And don't you think it's a very common empathic person problem to be able to reason out why someone is behaving the way they're behaving and then excusing it? Right. Instead of setting a boundary.
Correct.
That is a very common issue with empaths, in particular empathic women. Correct. Right? So because of how we're raised and how we're conditioned. So I think when we have to go and apply it here, you see that faltering. And it's like, that's not only is that dangerous for you personally, it's the thing causing every issue. And I mean this more with white women than I do with women of color. But do you know what I'm saying? Like this is the problem over and over again. And so there's got to be a point where we stop thinking that being someone who cares about everything means excusing things.
means that you're eating shit. Like
Exactly.
that's what I mean about that respectability that we're all taught. Like be kind, be polite, be respectable. Oh, don't sink to their level. Democrats have literally been doing that for decades, and look at where it got us.
It really frustrates me about our party where it's this sort of like moral reasoning we keep doing that we think will change, but this is the right thing to do, and people will figure out it's the right thing to do, and it's like, no, they're not fucking going to. Won't.
And they're betting on us doing the right thing so they can continue to do the wrong thing right underneath our noses. Like that's what they want us to do.
Like, have you ever watched like a movie with good against evil? Right, exactly. That's always what happens.
And there's always a resistance.
Yes.
The good side's always resisting, and you're always rooting for them on TV.
Yes. Do it in real life.
And you see that in New York with Zohran Mamdani, and like he's actually changing the approach, but so many like white people, like rich white people are like, oh no, that's not how we do politics. That's not how we do politics in this country. Well, it should be.
Well, the way we do politics in this country is pretty shitty. Right. So I think we need it to be different.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you mentioned Gaza and Palestine, the whole, like we did an episode on that. I'm not interested in like recapping what's going on.
It's like what, like 3 years old at this point.
Yes. Old, but we are starting to see people shift in, instead of being like, oh, but you don't understand what is going on with Israel or whatever. Like we see that going away, but then we see, what is his name? Pete, yes, coming on and saying that. Like, so it's like the rhetoric won't die. Like obviously
because they're bought and paid for.
I was just saying,
AIPAC bought and paid for all of our politicians, all of our big business, all of our like big top like industries in the country. They own.
Capitalism runs our country. It runs our politics. Right. As soon as he made that speech, I was like, that's when he was bought right there, because that's not how he spoke before.
That's not how he feels. You can tell it. Like,
and it's so disappointing because he is so poised and well-spoken in the face of anything, in any way that people hurl things at him, and it's so wonderful to see as like a leadership trait. And then he goes and does that, and you're like, can we stop?
Just hit the fucking buzzer, dude. It's over. Like, that's where I am now. It's like as soon as you say something like that.
Well, because it's like also something we've been screaming about for a long time and mentioned in an episode when we talked about how like all of these things work is, we have to stop the way people campaign.
Yes.
Like the fact that you are bought by a company and to get their donations, you do this and you have to get these donations. And yes, we do have grassroots, politicians, but they're very rare.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just the whole fucking system is so broken. And like, how long are we going to wait for it to just crumble into itself? Like, can't we just kick it over?
Right.
I
wish we would.
I mean, you and I are out there kicking, but it's really tough.
It is
so
tough.
I just imagine that our listeners are feeling that frustration too. And I want them to know that you're not alone in that.
No. And as far as Gaza, like, I'm glad that the optics of it have changed.
Yeah.
On social media and some reporting on it. Again, people being bought, like news corporations are owned by big conglomerates.
Exactly.
Which are funded by AIPAC. Like they're all bought and sold. Like, but I mean, we're starting to see a little bit of change in the reporting on Gaza, but like that's a genocide, and we'll say it, but I'm glad other people are starting to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, the public view is like the first step to shifting something like that.
Yes, but it doesn't feel like it just took way too long for that to happen.
Way too long.
I really feel disappointed in people, and I was going to get to this after, but is there anything else you want to say about Gaza before I sort of leapfrog us?
No, I'll bring it back.
Okay, that's fine. One of the things that I wanted to bring up was how the wealthy and the people with power, and in particular celebrities, are not doing anything. Mm-hmm. And it's a source of frustration for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Now, I just want to say right here that like there is a huge discourse where people are putting way more pressure on and anger with women celebrities than men. Weird. I just want to call it out. Classic, but like, no, we all need to be saying these things. But I feel so disappointed in everyone. I mean, with few exceptions, really. But I'll also say the ones that are speaking out, why aren't we rallying around them and supporting them? Like we can all stop shopping at Target.
I have.
Me too. We can all cut out all these things. I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to support this celebrity.
Right.
You can cancel them, on social media or wherever. Right. But we can't see like these certain celebrities who, I mean, Jane Fonda's my favorite. She's been speaking out and people getting so mad at her and canceling her whole entire career.
Well, you know who I was going to say that's just like that? It's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, Rosie O'Donnell.
Slamming her for decades.
Yeah, and she
was
just
right the whole fucking time.
And she just keeps fucking standing up and not letting it. And it's amazing. Like, I remember really early on, Mark Ruffalo was speaking out a lot about Palestine. Anytime he was at an award show or something, he would bring it up. He would talk about it. He would point out protesters. Like, and so we're not backing these people up, but we're just standing there going, but none of you are.
Right.
And you got to use capitalism against capitalism. If you want it to crumble, you've got to put all the funds over here. And then what you want, that's what they'll come to. Like, we have the power to do that. We're just not doing it.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, I do think I think this is sort of like one of the very rare places where you and I diverge a little bit.
Okay.
Because I agree with that. But I do think that, like, if you actively call someone out, like if you actively cancel someone, like that can be just as effective as like supporting the good guys, right? Like, because then there has to be some price in capitalism. There has to be some price for that celebrity. Like, so they have to lose sales or lose,
I agree with that. I'm not saying don't cancel. I'm saying if you have the ability to cancel, you also have the ability to support.
Right.
And if you want to get the celebrities to speak out, if they see everyone giving all the attention and time and money and spotlight to the one speaking out, then they will too.
Right. No, I agree.
Like, it's like people don't take it enough steps. Like you're just going one step where it's like, do that.
Well, that's the problem with everything in this country, because we're so intentionally distracted.
Yeah, right.
That, like, there's so much going on purpose.
Yeah.
That, like, it's hard to go beyond the step.
It's
hard to, like, keep walking beyond that.
It is. And but it's again, for me, it's the people who are up there who it's not as hard for, who have a lot less on the line, who have a lot of influence, who stay quiet or who stay out of it. And it's like, no, we actually need you right now.
I mean, we could do an entire episode on this, and I actually don't want to do it because it just adds to the, like, hullabaloo, if you will.
Yeah, hullabaloo.
Around it.
That was an old lady word.
It sure was. It adds to the whole, like, discourse, but, like, around Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring her up.
Which you were, like, very, like, I was waiting for you to, like.
How frustrated I am with her?
Well, you weren't.
Oh no,
You were very defensive, and I was.
No. I was defensive of one particular thing, but
I was just waiting. I knew you were going to get there.
Oh yeah,
it's like, it's something that you have to grieve when it's like, the reason why it's so hard and why you only do that one step.
Yeah,
is because it's something that you're actually grieving. Like, that capitalism, again, it's the problem of everything.
Yeah,
is it's set up to make you have these, like, parasocial relationships and have these, like, really emotional ties to the things that you love, and to art, and to music, and to all of these different forms of art that, like, you're really connected to.
Yeah.
So, like, if you hate Taylor Swift, like, you can mock this conversation or whatever, but, like, that's what people who hate Taylor Swift do.
Well,
they just mock anything that's just said about her, right?
It's all just examples of belonging. You belong to the club of liking her, or you belong to the club of hating her. Right. Yeah, right.
But, like, I love Taylor Swift's music.
Same.
Like, not all the way back, but starting, like, around Lover.
Okay.
But even more so, like, her current last 4 or 5 albums. Yeah. Some of my most favorite music.
She's incredibly talented, yes.
So, it's hard to divorce yourself from the ties that you make with music and that social media makes with you as a listener and as like a consumer, right? Yeah. So like all of these sort of things are growing that you're not realizing as you're consuming media and you're like observing all these cultural things, right? Yes. So to let those things go, it's really hard. Yeah. But like as one of Taylor Swift's like 0.01 listeners on Spotify, that's me. I will say, like, I am deeply, gravely disappointed in Taylor Swift.
Yeah, me too.
I don't give a fuck what your reasoning is about like why she's not talking. I don't care. Yeah. The end of the day is she should be talking. Yeah. And if anyone can safely talk, it's her about anything. Yeah. It's her. She's a billionaire. She owns all her own money. She is her own record label. She has no bosses. She has no one to hold her to account.
She could fund a new Amazon that we would all go buy from instead of and just ruin Bezos. It would be wonderful. Like she could change all of those things. Yeah.
So much. Yeah. Like she's one of the safest in this country. Yeah. To speak about. And I know your point is like, well, what about the men? What about like I totally get that, but like
Taylor's
a lot cooler than Jeff Bezos.
I'm thinking maybe you misunderstood my problem with the particular Taylor Swift issue. Yes. So the particular Taylor Swift issue, this was back.
It was a couple months ago.
It was a while ago. So it's not part. It wasn't part of the current talk of her.
No, because honestly, it came back up again.
Honestly, like before she started promoting a new album, I don't think people were as agitated that she wasn't talking because it was sort of like,
she was sort of
she's taking a break. Yeah, correct. She just did the Eras tour. Yeah. She was really out there. She's taking a break. Right. Now, were you and I already like, come on, Taylor? Because Taylor's spoken out. We know she
can.
We know how she feels, but she's where are you? Like already, okay. But so take yourself back a few months ago. So let's just say I think the Eras tour had just ended, and a video comes out of Taylor at an event with her then boyfriend. Now fiance, Travis Kelce. Right. And at the same celebrity charity event that is her boyfriend is at as part of his job that she's at are rich celebrities who support Donald Trump. Yes. And because she's at it, they're mad at her. Right. They're not mad at Travis. They're mad at Taylor. Correct. Now, if you use that same logic, it's to anyone else. Well, first of all, you would only use it to women.
Correct.
But if you use that, like, that would mean, like, imagine if you went to an event, like a charity event for, like, the firehouse, like a firefighter one. Right. And people were like, we saw a picture of Jamie there, and there's other firefighters who support MAGA there. Oh, so Jamie is there for a bad person. Like, this is too far down the wrong lane for me, where it's like the problem is not that she's there with those people. Yes, it's easier for her to dismiss and be friends with people. I want to talk about that boundary in a minute too, because she's very wealthy again.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So like she's cushioned. Right. She's not directly affected. She's got a lot of privilege surrounding her. Right. So it's easier for her, I think, to befriend those people. Right. But like she's just happens to be at an event with other people. To me, that's like a little too misogynistic.
I agree.
Of a criticism.
Agreed.
The criticism that she's not standing up and doing things, that she's maybe not having that awareness of who she's being photographed with, like Brittany Mahomes is like an avid MAGA supporter. Yep. Like that, I agree with those criticisms. Yep. Though she's the one you single out being mad at being at that event, to me is too many steps too far in the misogyny direction.
Because it's so easy to hate her.
Yeah, but it takes away from the actual problem, which is speak up. Yeah. Use your power to do something. Correct. Go ahead and hang out with those people if you want, but also help us. Yes. You know, like that was my problem with that video. Right. That criticism in particular is like really gets the like feminist thing in me angry, and it really triggers the thing where I know the patriarchy likes to do, which is like, be mad at this. Exactly. Well, all of this over here is what we don't want you to look at. That's what I felt like.
Agreed.
But as far as like speak out, again, like create your own business that like funds things, like you could be doing that. You're a billionaire.
She should be doing all that, but she could literally do like one post.
What? Yeah.
Like she wouldn't have to show her fucking face.
Yeah.
She'd have to do one like social media post, and she could entirely shift the cultural thoughts
100%
on any of these myriad problems that we have. I'm not even just talking about Gaza, like ICE in our communities, like abortion, gay rights, all these things are like all of the things that are coming up in the Epstein files, like all the things that are happening in this country.
Yeah.
Like she could pivot the mindset of this country like that, and she doesn't.
And she could put to use that power. She could put to use, even if she didn't want to post it and say it, she could fund something that did that, like whatever. And listen, we're Swifties, so I know people will be mad at us for saying these things, but like she's the example we're using. But there are a lot of celebrities who should be doing this. Every time I see celebrities promoting stuff, especially ones that have like a really strong fan base, it's sort of heartbreaking every time that it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that's why there's no ethical billionaire, because I think when you become that rich, you sort of then inherently, because of the privilege of being that rich, you become so insulated that nothing really matters.
Exactly, right. That's that privilege.
Doesn't really touch you. Yeah, like it sucks that this is happening. It sucks that the world is crumbling and burning around us, but like, it actually doesn't matter to a billionaire as much as you might actually care on the inside, and your feelings really care about people. Like your life as a billionaire is so insulated that you're completely out of touch. And then you lose like that, you create cognitive dissonance around like, do I actually have to help this? Or
or you say, the excuse that again, I just want to say that I've never heard Taylor Swift say this, or just this is a general,
I've seen billionaires in general.
Yeah, this is a general excuse that I hear is like, well, art should be like an escape from all of this stuff. And I just think you've never studied art if you think that, because art should be a statement about it.
Exactly. That's all art does, is talk about culture in the world and what's happening in the world. And that statement can't be true if we're commodifying art. Like if capitalism is fueled by music and movies and all these other genres, then art is inherently tied to money. It's inherently tied to consumerism.
I agree.
Whether we like that or not, whether it should be or not.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok recently that it was one of those ones, I don't know if you watch them, where someone will play like a couple seconds of a piece of music and the person has to guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So in it, the person that was doing the guessing was saying that like, where's like the awesome punk rock? Like the Reagan era produced an amazing wave of punk rock. Like I don't know that it created the genre. I don't know enough about music history, but it feels like it certainly shaped it, or it certainly shifted it, right? Where you had this like intense, it almost felt like a subgenre of that kind of music, of that
like Rage Against the Machine.
Exactly. Where is it now? And I feel like, it's because of exactly what you're talking about. Like art has been so married to capitalism now that it doesn't exist.
Well, and when like all these big corporations have artists by the neck with their record deals, and like, and now with streaming services and how you basically can't make money through streaming, and Live Nation has a chokehold on artists to be on tour, can't afford a seat at a concert anymore. Like artists can't risk saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. Right. Unless you're that upper echelon, high level, high earning artist. Yeah. Right? Because you have to live. You have mouths to feed. Like you owe Live Nation X amount of money for what they, they fronted you for your tour. Like so they have everybody by the balls. Like that's how capitalism works.
And that's a really good point, because that's why we're saying stuff about Taylor.
Correct.
Because she's on the upper echelon of that. We're not talking like, yes, do I still think those people should speak out? Yeah.
Those are the only people that are speaking out, are the people who are risking their careers. Those are the only ones who they're getting kicked off of like summer tours because they spoke up about Gaza.
Losing sponsorships and all this kind of stuff. They're putting it on the line.
Who shouldn't have to because they're still broke and climbing the ladder.
And that's what I mean about supporting.
Right.
Because if we saw that and we all ran, and I don't even care if I like that music, I'll buy the album.
Right. Or just throw a couple likes on their social media.
Share their video or something. Yes. That would change that.
Agreed.
It's like we're just so stuck in being like, well, capitalism's bad. And so we don't want to do capitalism. It's like, no, we have to do capitalism against itself.
No, you can't.
To beat capitalism.
You can't opt out of capitalism.
You can't.
Unfortunately,
no.
I would love to.
Can't opt out of any of this shit.
No, that's who this country is.
Yeah.
Until we can redefine this country and rebuild it.
It's the fabric.
You have to play within the rules of that game.
Do you think people were ready for this level of intensity from us when we came back?
I think so.
Okay.
I actually do.
Okay.
I had people like DMing their page like, when's the first episode?
Yeah, I know.
When's the first episode?
Like,
I was like, September.
Well, we were like, should we come in hot or should we do like a nice woohooey episode? And we're like, we're going to have to come in hot because otherwise the woohoo is just going to be mixed with us being mad.
It's just going to seep in. Yeah, right, exactly.
Join us next week when we continue chatting about this topic.
Hey everyone, Heather and I have an ask for you. If you love this episode or if you love the IGG, can you do us a favor? We need you to go onto whatever platform you listen on and download, subscribe, like, love, whatever it's asking you to do. Can you go do those things for us on the platforms that you listen on? It would mean so much to us.
Thanks for listening to our episode. For a way to get in touch with us, please visit our website, intuitivegirlsguide.com. We love hearing your feedback on our episodes.